Hi guys. Okay, guys, welcome. This is actually the second edition of the monthly live webinars that we hold. Well, we started last month, so this is the second edition in March, and it's going to be like this for every last Saturday of every month in this year. So, what the webinar is just about is any questions you have about studying in Sweden. So that's what this webinar is for. So, I mean, I'm not talking about anything else. Just ask me your questions and I'll go ahead and answer as many as possible. Alright, so you can shoot if you questions. I'm here for you. Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Alright, so I think we have our first question. Yeah, someone asked, okay, I want to know the cost of masters in law, assuming I want to sponsor myself. Okay, okay, assuming you want to sponsor yourself, there are different master's programs in Sweden. So you just have to, if you want to know how much each costs, you have to visit each university's website to know how much each program will cost. So, well, you just need to, this is the unified website in Sweden for master's programs. So maybe you are looking for any masters in law. Okay, you come here, you search for the, make sure you choose here, you select programs, just programs, and search. Alright, so there are different master's programs in law, master's program in international human rights law, and all and all of that. So if you click on more information for each of these programs, you find information about the tuition fee. Like the first installment is 65,000 Swedish crowns, which is like the first semester. So the cost is 65,000 per semester for this program. and for this first one is 65,000. Let me increase let me zoom in. Okay, now for this one is 65,000 Swedish crowns for per semester, and and this is another one. This is 55,000 Swedish crowns per semester. So really, all you have to do is just come to this website, universityadmissions.sc, and then you'll be able to find out what tuition fees you need to pay if you're considering sponsoring yourself. Alright. Someone says those days scholarships allow for sponsorship of your spouse if you are married. Okay, this is the way it is. The scholarship only pays for the scholarship winner. In other words, they only pay for your tuition fees and your monthly allowances just for you alone. Now, that doesn't mean you can't bring your family to swim. There's a provision for that. But when you're bringing your family to swimming, you just need to provide. You need to apply for a residence permit for your family members, and you need to provide proof of account, statement of account, proof of statement. Proof of funds for your family members. So that's how it works. So, someone says, in writing about one's volunteer experience, is it necessary it must be recent? Like, assuming one hasn't been involved in a volunteer job for the past 5-7 years, will it be a problem? Okay, we're talking about volunteering experience. I don't think it will be a problem if you've not been involved in volunteering for 5-7 years, but that's quite a long time. And volunteering is, if you want to get into volunteering tomorrow and start tomorrow, you can start. So 5-7 years is quite long, and doesn't mean to affect your application or anything, but it's still good also that you get much more involved in volunteering efforts, recent ones. Okay, someone says third class graduate. Okay, someone says third class graduate, presently on the PG diploma. What are my prospects? Okay. Honestly, what I would say is you can get admitted even with the top class if you choose the least competitive master's programs. And of course, it's not even a guarantee. Even people with first class are not guaranteed admission. So it's just a game of chance, a game of increasing your chances of getting admitted. So you just need to select the least competitive master's programs, and I'm not sure the role a PG postgraduate diploma will play, but all you need to apply for masters in Sweden is a bachelor's degree. So okay, someone says I went through the process and I discovered one is open to choosing 4 schools. Okay, yes. And I want to know if the same letter of motivation applies to schools or a statement per each school chosen. Consider this situation, this scenario. You are applying to different schools. It depends on how similar the master's programs are. If the master's programs are very similar, you can use the same statement of purpose or letter of intent. You just have to customize and name each, give each motivation letter the name for each university, and maybe all you just need to do is just change the names and maintain the same content. But that's if those master's programs are closely related. But if they are not so related and all, I would expect that you use different motivation letters. Okay. Hi, follow me, sure, yeah. Hi, Dafie, right? Okay, someone says, I see a geoscience course, which is my preferred course, but it's 180 credit unit needed, and my CGPA is not up to that. Please, can I apply? I'm willing to work for me. Okay, the the 180 ECTS credit stuff requirement. They are not talking about your CGPA. It's not about your CGPA. It's about the content. It's about the quantity of your bachelor studies. Now, normally 60 credits is equivalent to 1 year, one academic year. So 180 credits is equivalent to 3 academic years. In other words, all you just need to apply for that program is a minimum of a 3 year bachelor's degree program. And I'm sure, I'm certain, quite certain, that your bachelor's degree was maybe for 4 years or 5 years. So you are indeed qualified to apply. So when they say 180 credits, they're not talking about your CGPA. They're talking about the quantity of your bachelor studies. All right. Okay, someone says I was disqualified in 2 programs and qualified in 2, but these 2 have been cancelled. What do I do? Okay, this question is quite unclear. When you say cancelled, what do you mean? Like, did you delete them, or the universities are no more offering those programs again, or can you clarify? Okay, and someone says, can a second-class graduate apply for a scholarship? Yes, a second-class graduate can apply for a scholarship. I was a second-class graduate. All right, so the thing is, the scholarship itself does not ask for grades. Your grades are only needed during the admissions process, and you can get admitted even if you have a second-class lower grade for admissions. For the scholarship, it's just your work and leadership experiences that are very, very required for the scholarship application. All right. Okay, someone says, if you don't get the scholarship, can you work to finance the masters in Sweden? How is getting a job in Sweden? Okay, now what I would say is, if you don't get a scholarship, I wouldn't advise you to come to Sweden and without significant savings, because okay, what if you get a part-time job while studying? Whatever you're going to earn from a part-time job in Sweden cannot be enough to pay for your tuition fees and your monthly expenses. I mean, in fact, even before you apply for residence permit, you need to have paid some portion of your tuition fees. You need to have significant savings to last you for the first year, at least for the first year of your master's study. So it can be quite difficult if you're just coming, without anything. All right. So, getting a job as a student, part-time student, it depends on different factors. Kind of in terms of the location. That's talking about the university, where the university is located, and it depends also on sometimes your ability to speak Swedish also comes into play, because Swedish is the native language and people are much more comfortable speaking Swedish, even though a large proportion of the population speak very good English. So it's quite tricky, but you can get jobs as there are quite some jobs for part-time jobs for students, like maybe newspaper delivery or pizza delivery, or different jobs like that. Um, okay, someone says, what happens to those who don't have 2 years work experience for the scholarship? Okay, it's non-negotiable. Okay, not 2 years work experience. It's 3,000 hours of work experience. All right, it's not like 2 years work experience. What the scholarship says is you must have at least 3,000 hours of work experience, and 3,000 hours is about 1.5 years of working for 8 hours per day. Alright, so, and it's non-negotiable. You must have it before you apply for a scholarship. Alright, 3,000 hours. Alright, so someone says, presently I'm doing my master's in OAU and I want to go for my PhD in Sweden. How can I apply? Okay, for PhD in Sweden, of course, I am not so, I don't have much experience about PhD. All I can do is, show you the way and say, okay, check this website, check this information for you to apply. The fact is, in Sweden, you don't really need a scholarship to apply for PhDs because PhD students don't pay tuition fees, and PhD students don't pay tuition fees, and they are paid normal salaries like normal university employees. So you don't need a scholarship for that. And what you have to do to apply for scholarship, come to this website. I mean, for the PhD, to apply for PhD, come to this website, studyinSweden.sc, and studyinSweden.sc. This information at PhD level, just click on it. Then you will see, the information you need concerning PhD in Sweden. Okay, so here they describe what the PhD process is, what the application is like, how to apply for a PhD position. So just come to this website, studyinSweden.sc, and you get more information about PhD. Okay. Someone says, what are the main content to consider when writing a motivation letter for both admission and scholarship? What are the main content? Well, the content of your motivation letter depends on what each organization wants, what each university wants, and what the scholarship wants. For the admissions, you need to just go to the university's websites, and especially for the master's program that you're applying for, and check what they want to hear from you. Usually they will tell you this is what they want to hear from you, this is what we want to know about you, and if they don't say that, all you have to do is just look at the objectives of the master's program. What is the master's program hoping to achieve? I'm sure there's information about this on each master's program, on each university's website. They will describe the objectives of each of those master's programs. So you just need to know is, what are they looking for, what kind of applicants are they looking for, and what kind of people are they hoping to produce from this master's program. So once you know about that, you just need to tailor all your experiences, your work experiences, if they need to know that, and maybe your research experience, your academic ability, your ability to implement your academic education in the real world. They want to know that. Now for the scholarship, there's a template. There's a template for the motivation letter, and it's published every year. So you just in the template they ask specific questions. It's just very straightforward, very easy. Just answer the question the scholarship asks in the motivation letter template, and that is all. Okay, someone says, I have more than 3 work experiences. Is it a must I choose the recent working for city? It's not compulsory. I don't believe it's compulsory. If it's compulsory, they would have said so during the application period, during the past application period. So, and of course, whatever I'm telling you about scholarship is based on the previous application period, because for the next application period, the information might change, or they can update the information they want from you. So, it doesn't have to be the most recent. You don't have to use the recent work experience, but it's best to use the work experience that the job that you are on at the moment, to start with the job you are on at the moment, because that way it shows that you are on the job. You are a professional at the moment in this field. Okay, someone says, can I bring my family later after starting my master's in Sweden because of the expenses? Yes, definitely. There's a provision for that for your family. Someone else says, thus holding elective office in student rep council in university count while applying for the scholarship? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it definitely does. Because it's volunteering experience, and volunteering experience is something that is very valuable during the scholarship application. Someone says, what could make someone to be rejected from 3 universities even when he thinks he is qualified for those courses? See, the only thing that will make you get rejected, or let me say unqualified, for any university is that you don't meet the requirements. See, this thing is very straightforward. You just need to go to each university's website and check the requirements they want for each course. Now, once you look at those requirements and you feel you compare it with what you have and what you're going to be bringing to apply, and you feel, okay, yes, I think I can supply all these requirements they want. I can definitely supply everything, 100% everything that they want. I can supply it. I mean, you will be qualified for that master's program. It's very straightforward. So the only thing that will make you get unqualified or rejected is because you didn't provide a requirement that they want, 1 or 2 requirements that they want. Yeah. All right. So someone says, with HND in mechanical engineering, can I be accepted for a master's in project management? Well, you need a bachelor's degree to apply for a master's program in Sweden. HND alone is not accepted. A bachelor's degree must be submitted also. Someone says, can you help with an overview of what seeking for scholarship to a uni in Sweden requires that gives you a better chance of being granted scholarship? I mean, this is a very loaded question. There's a lot of details involved. There's a lot of things that are involved that I can only give a summary now. So what I can say is, if you're talking about the SIS scholarship, what is really, really important is that that will give you a better chance of being granted a scholarship is work experience, at least 3,000 hours of work experience that is related to your intended master's studies or your bachelor studies, and then some volunteering experience and leadership experience. If you have the combination of all these, I mean, you have a great chance of getting the scholarship. Someone says, what do you mean by work experience and leadership as a requirement for the scholarship? Well, if you come to the scholarship website, it's there. So just come to the scholarship website, si.sc. Let me see. I don't know if you can see this very well. I don't know if you can see this very well. si.sc/en/apply, or you just go to Google and search for Swedish Institute Scholarship. Yeah, the first thing that comes up is Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professionals. So just click on it, and then you find more information about the work experience and the leadership experience. Alright, so someone says, I have a master's in educational management already. I graduated as the best student. I want to apply for a master in comparative and international education in the University of Stockholm. I would want to start the process. Please, can we start the process now? No, you can't start the process now because the application period is currently closed. I mean, you can see closed for application, closed for application. the next master's program, the next master's application starts in October. So that's when you can start applying. Alright, so okay, someone says, if you get the admission, can you defer the course for a year? I'm not sure. I really don't know how that works. I think the best way to confirm is to contact each university to confirm. They are the ones that are authorities on if you can defer your admission or not. Someone says, does the scholarship cover everything, like stipend, food, accommodation, transport allowances, or does one need to have some amount of money the time one lands as well? See, the fact is, the scholarship covers your tuition fees and your monthly allowances, and the monthly allowances you're going to be given are enough to cover all your expenses as students: accommodation, transportation, food, stipend, books. You will even have enough left at the end of every month to save. Yeah. So the monthly allowance is 10,000 Swedish crowns every month is more than enough for a student in Sweden. Alright, so but for your travel ticket, you need to pay for your travel ticket by yourself when you're traveling to Sweden. And when you get to Sweden, the scholarship will refund you. As soon as you get to Sweden, they will refund you for your travel ticket. Okay. Someone says, okay, please, I would like to know if one can file for more than one application for admission, or we are strictly limited to one. For the admission, you can apply to 4 different master's programs at once, and you only pay 900 Swedish crowns, just 900 Swedish crowns for all of them together. So you can apply for 4 at a time. Okay, someone says, while searching for the admission statistics for the program you want, is there a way I can locate the statistics directly? The search results are usually many, and it's quite hectic to locate that of the my program of choice. For the statistics, I think that's statistic.uhl.sc. Yeah, this is where you check the statistics. Yeah, and then you check for Master HT, which is autumn semester, which is what you're applying for. Alright, let's do 2018 Masters Autumn. If you're looking for a particular university, let's say Jönköping, and then you select just only programs, then you search. So what you have here, after you click search, all you have here is a list of all admission statistics for all the master's programs at Jönköping University in 2018. So you can just go through all of them, and it can be quite hectic, as you said, but I mean, this is the only way you can do that. Or I don't know, I think you can download it into Excel, you can export it to Excel, and then filter out the master's program you're looking for. Yeah, that's another way to do it. Okay, someone says, is the motivation letter part of general or specific requirements? I'm seeing people asking about motivation letter everywhere. Plus, I think it's not all schools that need a motivation letter. If they do it, it will be specified, if I'm correct. And one last question, please, what is a motivation letter? Is the motivation letter the same as the statement of purpose? Okay, yeah, what he said is true. Not all universities require a motivation letter for admissions. For the scholarship, motivation letter is compulsory. For admissions, it's part of the specific requirements for some universities. So not all universities ask for motivation letter. Yeah. So yeah, motivation letter is in essence the same as a statement of purpose. Does leadership role in a religious organization count as part of leadership experience? Yes, it does. It does. It counts. But when you're writing about your leadership experience in a religious organization, actually don't expect you to be talking about you leading prayer meetings or leading evangelical meetings or leading prayer conferences. It's not relevant. Okay, so what I would advise you is to talk about the humanitarian aspects of your leadership role in that religious organization. Yeah, maybe you organize entrepreneurship seminar for young people. You organize medical outreaches and all those things. Those are what are relevant for the scholarship. Okay, someone says, why are you not on Zoom? Okay, because I feel on Zoom there's a limit. 100 people at once can only have access the live webinar at the same time. 100 limit. That's the package I was using. So if I want to increase the package to it's quite more expensive. So I just preferred using okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so I just prefer using these because as many people as possible can join at the same time. All right, so okay, someone says at any point you pay for tuition except from application fee. Well, that question is not clear, but well, you only pay for tuition fees if you don't win the SI scholarship. If you win the SI scholarship, you don't have any business with tuition fees. Okay, someone says, can I use Bachelor of Technology to apply for Master Scholarship? So, yes, you can. It's a bachelor's degree. Yes, you can use it. Okay, someone says, I wish you help in accessing our application before submission, even to pay for the services. Okay, I don't know about that, but if there's any information I can provide about that, I'll let you know. Okay, someone says someone says for the 3,000 working hours, can I include the side also on Saturdays and Sundays teaching students pay for professional exams and the one gathered during my national youth service? Now, it is my opinion that you are more likely to win the scholarship. Like you have a better chance if your work experiences you are presenting are in the same field or in similar field to your intended master studies or bachelor studies. Yeah. So if the teaching that you did is related to your intended master studies, yes, you can do that. Now, there is no statement on the scholarship website that says your work experience must be related to your master studies. There's nothing like that. They just need 3,000 hours. But I'm saying from experience, from what I've noticed, you have a better chance if your work experience is related to your intended master's program. Someone says, can you give a brief summary of how your educational experience was studying in Sweden and the experience of your stay in the country? Okay, something brief. There are different aspects of the education, but the way the academic year is organized here is there are, of course, 2 semesters in an academic year, and each semester is divided into 2 periods. Each semester into 2 periods. So with my program, at the end of each period, we have exams. So like in the semester, you could write exams twice. Is it twice? Yeah. So each semester divided into 2 periods. Now, and then in each period, you take different courses, and so that's the way it works. And the system is managed mostly online. Like you can register for courses online, and all that, and register for exams, So and you have a very cordial relationship with your professors, with your lecturers. I mean, professors, lecturers, you address them on first name basis, and it's quite easy to approach them. If you have any questions or anything, you can easily approach them. You can ask them questions, send them emails about any questions, anything you want. And then the education system is mostly practical, like how do I say it? It's not just all about teaching in classes. There are seminars. I did a lot of seminar sessions where in each class you are divided into groups, and then you discuss different topics with your group members, and then maybe present assignments, group assignments. So there's a lot of teamwork involved in the education here. A lot of group work and teamwork. It's really emphasized. Presentations also. Do a lot of presentations. Alright, so yeah, that's how it is. Now says having Korean member of Nigerian Society of Engineers add more advantage to you. I had a letter of recommendation from my NYC which I attached, but I didn't speak much about it because of limited space. Would this not count against me? Okay, your question is quite unclear. But membership of Korean, I don't know if it's a major advantage because it's not part of requirements. So I don't know how much advantage to add, but yeah, it should have some credibility to your profile as a professional. That's concerning the scholarship application. And then for your letter of recommendation for NYC, I don't know, is it for the scholarship application or the admissions? I don't know. It's not quite clear. Okay, someone says if my business is registered and been doing that as my working experience for the past 11 years, even before I got into school, even though no one is paying me or working for anyone, how can I use it for my working experience? The only volunteer work I did was internship during school. Okay. Well, you can use your business experience as your work experience. Yeah, there's a provision for that, at least from previous applications, so you can do that. But yeah, you can do that. But really, you are, as I said earlier, you're more you have a better chance if it's related to your intended master's studies. Yeah. yeah, you have a better chance. And then the volunteering experience, yeah, they need leadership experience from you. So the leadership experience can be from anywhere, and well, it can also be from your business. All right, so yeah, you can use that. Okay, someone says, please, I want to know if I can be considered for a master's in scholarship to study petroleum engineering. My first degree is in environmental, but I have a PhD in petroleum with 9 months graduate um, internship and all that. Okay, the fact is, not all master's programs are eligible for the scholarship. So, and then petroleum engineering, I don't think there's any petroleum engineering master's program in Sweden. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. But really, if you want to apply for the scholarship, you just need to go through the eligible list of master's programs. At least check the one for that it was used for the last year. You come to the scholarship website. Let me see. Okay, so you come to the scholarship website here where you see the information on the list of master's programs that were eligible for the scholarship for the last for the last application. So you can just, check this list and, see which programs are eligible, at least from the last application. Someone says, is there a way of applying for more than 4 programs? No, you can't. You can't apply for more than 4 programs. That's the way it works in Sweden. Maximum of 4. Please, can I personally email my transcript to the school? No. If you studied in Nigeria, your transcript must be sent directly by your university. It's you can't send your transcript yourself if you studied in Nigeria. Okay. So someone says, someone has a master's in mechanical engineering. Can they be accepted for a master's in industrial management, a master's the basis of selection is on the content of your bachelor's degree. All right. So I don't know if you can use the master's program to get into another master's program in Sweden, where you have to contact each university to confirm that. But what they judge basically is the content of what they judge basically is the content of your bachelor's degree. Okay, so someone says, please, when you do input your volunteering experience for the scholarship, is it in the motivation letter? When you input your volunteering experience, is it in the motivation letter or the work and leadership experience? What if you don't have a leadership experience at work? But as a volunteer, can it be added? Because I can see the instructions say leadership experience at work. The instruction doesn't really say leadership experience at work. I mean, look at the scholarship website. Leadership experience. Okay, we are going to read it together. Let me see. I think I saw something there. You must have demonstrated leadership experience from your current or previous employment. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be from work. The leadership experience doesn't have to be from work. It can be from volunteering. Alright, so that's what they mean by employment. It can be from, look at this. You must be able to demonstrate your previous let me share this. Okay, now this is what you say for the leadership experience. You must be able to demonstrate your previous leadership experience. The experience may be demonstrated through, for instance, previous work experience or involvement in civil society organizations. So you have it there. It's not just work experience. It can be from civil society organizations, from volunteering, from CSO engagement and all like that. Okay, so as a chemistry graduate, can I apply to a master's program in an engineering field like petroleum or chemical engineering? It depends on the requirements of each university. So just go to the website of the university you're interested in and check the requirements. They will tell you if, as a chemistry graduate, you can apply. If not, so it's quite explicit. Just go to their website and check the requirements. Okay, one says I intend to apply for MSc Renewable Energy Technology, but I'm currently working as an administrative officer. How can I relate my work experience to the course I intend to apply for? Okay, well, I think it depends on, well, what if you work in an energy company and as an administrative officer? I don't know where you work, I don't know the kind of company where you work, but if you work as an administrative officer in an energy company or an engineering company, there's always a way you can present renewable energy technology, how you can justify the reason why you're going for a renewable energy technology. Or you can also say the reason why you want to go into renewable energy technologies, you want to understand how renewable energy can be implemented across office headquarters or office buildings, to efficiently manage energy. So there are different angles and different ways you can look at this thing. All right. Okay, I just want to confirm if you can all hear me. Someone says they can't hear me, so I just want to confirm if you can hear me. Okay, I just want to confirm if you can all hear me. Someone says they can't hear me, so I just want to confirm if you can hear me. Okay, this question says I did art education at university. Will the preschool education for my master's be favorable, or you will suggest I go in for education research? I really don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So you just based on you, it's pretty straightforward, as I said. Just go to each university's website and check the requirements, and check for what you want and check the requirements. If you meet the requirements and it's a master's program that you want, then go for it. Okay, so please, what about PhD study? How can one go about it? I've talked about PhD studies, so I'll just give you the link for you to go and check. PhD studies, I'll just give you the link to go and check about PhD studies because I've talked about it earlier. Someone says, I work in a mine, but I'm with environment. We do water quality analysis, environmental monitoring, management systems, internal audits. How do I link it to an environmental engineering program? And what SDG can I put it on that? I am thinking water and sanitation. What do you think? Yeah, they are good. But it's straightforward from what you've written here. It's straightforward. They're all related and very linked together. And if you talk of SDGs, there are different choices of SDGs you can select. I think there's one about good quality water, or think about different ones about the environment. So you have a plethora of choices from the SDGs to select from. That means for you, it's straightforward for you. Okay, now someone says, I want to confirm if I can apply for a PhD program. I have MBA in healthcare management, MSc economics. Yes, you can apply for PhD. So all you need to apply for PhD is a master's degree, and if you have that, so you can apply for PhD. Okay, someone says I might. Yes, the video will be recorded and it will still be available in the group for you to watch as many times as you want. Okay, someone says I did HND and 2 years top up, for which I got a bachelor's of technology. How would I upload both documents? Yeah, there's a provision for that. I think you studied in Ghana, from what I'm seeing. There's a provision for that on the university admissions. So you can upload both. I mean, in the document section. Yeah. Okay, someone says, I heard you say you cannot email your transcript to the school. I actually email my transcript to the schools, 3 of them. I'm told I qualified. Can you clarify what you mean by you cannot email your transcript? I don't know where you studied, but I'm guessing. Okay, so I think you studied in Ghana, so it doesn't apply for those who studied in Ghana. I was also talking about students that studied in Nigeria. If you studied in Nigeria, you can't email your transcript yourself. It has to be sent directly by your university, emailed by your university, or sent by your university by post. But you are from Ghana. You studied in Ghana, so I don't think it applies to you. It doesn't apply to you. Someone says, please, is leadership at campus church and as class rep accepted? Yes, they are accepted. Yes. Okay. Someone says, I've checked different schools for PhD, but how will I know when the school admission is in progress? If you want to know about the admissions, just come to universityadmissions.se, this website. Universityadmissions.se. So this is where applications are made for masters in Sweden. So you have information. Just click on this find out more tab, or no, here. Once you come here, you see the schedule for May, for March, April, May, June. So you can see information about the master's application period. But know this, that the autumn master's applications always start in October. So just keep this in mind that you're starting your next application by October. Okay. Okay. So okay. PhD. Okay. You said PhD. You said you are, asking about PhD admissions. Well, PhD admissions in Sweden is all year round, anytime, any day. So all you need, just go to this website that I said. Just come here. You'll find information. They will tell you how to apply. How to apply is, it's detailed. Let me see. How to apply for a PhD position. Here it says, in Sweden, a PhD position is usually advertised as a paid position by a university. Universities list PhD positions on their website, usually along with other academic job vacancies. So just be checking vacancy section of each university for PhD, each new PhD position. Someone says, can my university send my transcript now while I'm still waiting for admission to begin? I think it's possible, but I would advise that you wait till maybe September. Yeah, wait till September. Or if you're really desperate to send it now, confirm from university admissions if you can have your university to send the transcript now. But I would advise you wait till September. Okay, someone says, I was the president of my department at school. Is that enough as leadership experience? Yes, it's okay. It can be used as leadership experience. Someone says, can I send a scanned student copy of my transcript to my intending school during application? No, you cannot. It's okay. Maybe I have to show you guys how from the university admissions website. You see, this admissions process in Sweden is pretty straightforward. Just follow the instructions, satisfy the requirements, and you're home and dry. Don't try to say, okay, trying to make compromises, or will they compromise for me? Will they consider me? Will they, all those things? No, there are no compromises. It's laid bare and clear. For Nigeria, I'm going to search for instructions for candidates who studied in Nigeria. Now, here, see. Your official transcript of record must, let me see. Okay, I hope you can see this. This is for Nigeria. Now, every country has their own special instructions for admissions in Sweden. So you don't need to check. Now, this is for Nigeria. It's stated clearly. Your official transcript of record must be sent directly from your university to university admissions in Sweden. You can't send it by yourself. It won't be accepted. Alright, so it's laid clear, it's straightforward. There's no will they consider me, will they make a compromise for me? No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, someone says, okay, I was asking if I can apply during my service here, having met the working experience requirement. Yes, as long as you meet the work experience requirement, that's at least 3,000 hours of work experience, you can apply anytime. Anytime the application period opens. Okay, 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 someone asked for the link for the PhD information. I just sent it now, so just check it. I just commented now. So someone says, from admission statistics, about 300 or 400 can apply, and only about 20 are admitted without any reserves. What do you think are the reasons why most applicants don't get admitted this case, since there isn't any reserve to indicate competitiveness. Okay, what if the university only has space for 20 candidates in a year? So that's what determines how many people they want in a year. You see, you can't. The fact that 300 candidates are qualified does not mean they want all 300 candidates. Maybe they only have, when universities here, make budget, they look at, admissions and selection. They look at what is the capacity of their classes. Those are those things they consider. They look at the student-teacher ratio. So they just don't admit any number of candidates. They plan all these things. So they have a specific number of candidates they want each year. So that's what determines who gets in at the end of the day. So someone says, if you have unqualified for your first choice but qualified for the succeeding three, is it likely that you will gain admission and subsequently scholarship? You see, so far you are qualified for a master's program, you can get admitted for that one. So the fact that you have unqualified for one does not mean it will affect the others. So one university, the way it works is one university has looked at your application and said, yes, you are qualified for our master's program. So you'll be competing for a space in our master's program. So that's the way it works. Unqualified in one will not spoil the whole basket. All right. Okay. Do I have to inform the university I finished from to send my transcript from both BSc and the diploma course I did to get into uni via direct entry? I did my diploma and BSc in the same university. Yes, you need to. So far, you use the diploma program to get into the BSc program. When you are asking, your university must submit the diploma and the BSc results, the transcripts. Okay, so someone says, I have BTech in civil engineering. Can I get a master's program in highway engineering or program management in Sweden? Well, I don't know if there is a master's program called highway engineering or program management in Sweden. So you just need to check list of eligible master's program that if you want to apply for the scholarship. You need to check if the list of eligible master's program, and after that, that's all. Yeah, you can also check this universityadmissions.ac. But the important thing is you need to check the list of eligible master's program for the scholarship. That if you want to apply, also apply for the scholarship. And this list is published every year. It's published every year. So you just need to, be attentive and get updated. Okay, so after checking the master's program, if it is, at least for now, you can use this list that's still available on the scholarship website that was used for the last application to check if any master's program you want is on the list. I mean, there's a whole lot of master's programs here that you can check. I mean, there are lots. So just check the ones that you will be interested in. Then go to the university's website to check the requirements to see if you meet the requirements for that master's program. Okay, someone says, I have a first degree in microbiology and I currently work as a quality assurance officer. Can I apply for an MBA? Really, I don't know. You see, I don't know everything about the requirements for an MBA or for each. There are thousands. There's at least 1,000 different master's programs in Sweden. And I'm telling you, I don't know the requirements for all of them. It's not possible. So the responsibility lies with you to check the university that's offering the MBA, their website, to know what all the requirements are for the MBA. And if you check the requirements and you see that you meet all those requirements, then you're good. Someone says proof of work and leadership experience from should not exceed 5 pages. Does that mean I can feel that? I mean, I don't think I want to answer this now, because whatever I'm going to say, because whatever I say may not be relevant for the next application. The next scholarship application is still many months away, and details, and there might be updates to the application process or procedure. So I can't comment on the number of pages of work leadership experience form, or how many. And I think you shouldn't be bothered about that now, because this can change. So it can change for the next application. All right. Something is that, please, what you can do now concerning that's Gilbert, what you can do now is to just look at the previous templates and make drafts, practice and all, but don't be bothered about I need 5 reference letters, I must get 5, because you should not be worried. The scholarship will provide these templates way ahead of time, giving you enough time to prepare them and make them available. So just wait, just patience. All right. So I can't say the leadership experience form should not exceed 5 pages. That is based on formal information, and I don't want to lead you astray if when the next the information is updated for the next application. So it's best you just be careful and have an idea of how it works and all. Okay, someone says, kindly throw more light on the grading system in Swedish universities. Okay, they use an ECTS grading system. Let me see. Okay, alright, so there's something I want to show you now. It's my degree diploma, my master's degree certificate, because it shows the okay, I'm not showing that because it contains some very personal my Swedish number, some personal details, so I'm not showing that. So now, well, what can I say? I can say is it's based on the ECTS, which is used across different countries in Europe, and the grading system is it can be like, how was it? I think it's best I show you, but I don't want to show you because it contains personal information. But because the best way to just tell you is okay, let me see how. Okay, let me see. Hold on, I'm trying to open the file. That's my master's degree, so that you will see how the grading system is. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Okay, and I'm opening it now. Okay, patience. I just want to explain the grading system because it's better I show you. Okay, I hope you can see this. This is my results, my final results for my master's degree in Sweden. So these are the courses: quality management and engineering, and credits is six credits. That's each course. Each course was 6 credits. Now 6 credits means it's 6 credits just talks about the quantity of time or amount of time dedicated for this course. Okay, so and yeah, I had, what did I have? I had grade Fiera. Fiera means 4, which is just like pass. Did I go? Okay, so and then this like 4. Okay, let me show you this, an explanation of the grading system. Hold on. Okay, so here you go, and this way the grading system is explained. The grading scale is pass with distinction is 5, pass with credit 4, pass is just 4. 3. Now grading scale G is just pass. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 are failures. 3, 4, 5 are passes. But 5 is the highest, like A grade. 5. Then 4 is like very good. Means very good. Okay. So and then you see another explanation. 1.5 credits is correspond to 1 week of full-time studies. So 6 credits corresponds to what? 4 weeks. In other words, 1 month of full-time studies. So 6 credits is like 1 month of full-time studies. So you see the explanation here. So if you see my results here, you see that I had lots of 4s. There's 5, 4. I had 3. I have 5, 5, 5. A lot of 5s. In other words, a lot of A's. Okay, I hope that's quite explanatory. Okay, alright, let's go to the next question. Assuming I want to apply for a program, but on the side they're asking for a course I did not take or I don't have. Can I learn the course to bridge the gap? You can't learn the course. What they're asking for is based on your bachelor's degree. If you don't have that course in your bachelor's degree, that's in your transcript, you can't apply for that course. Because what they majorly base their decisions on is on the content of your bachelor studies, not an outside course or an extra course that is not part of your bachelor studies. Okay, someone says, when filling the templates provided, can the response be handwritten or typed? Well, from history, it should be typed. When filling the template, typed, not handwritten. Alimi told me, you asked, you said, if yes, how do I send my OND transcript? That's not clear what you mean. But if what you mean is that you use the OND results to get admitted into BSc program, then you can ask your polytechnic to send your transcript to student. Okay, someone says, when did the list of 2021-2022 master's programs for scholarship be out? From history, from past history, I would say by November, December of this year. Okay, someone says that, well, on my HND certificate, they in turn changed my name. I have two surnames. They brought the second on first, and my B certificate, I corrected it, though it's the same name. I didn't remove any. Please, will I get any problem when applying? You might have problems when applying for admission, so I think you need to supply an affidavit to explain the situation, because that's what is required. Once you have issues with your name and know our law, and you know that if you submit your document, it might cause some confusion, submit your documents with an affidavit. That's what they advise. Okay, okay. Wow, I've answered every question up to now. Alright, so I'm still waiting for the questions, so still have a few minutes more. So I'm still looking forward to your questions. Okay, someone says, please, I studied arts education at the University of Education and I want to pursue preschool education as my master's degree. Please, do you suggest I choose education? I think you've asked this question before, and as I said, there are thousands of master's programs. There's at least 1,000 master's programs um, in Sweden, and they all have different requirements. And obviously, I don't know all the details, 100% of all the details of all the thousands of master's programs in Sweden. So the responsibility to decide which master's program to apply for or not solely rests on you. So you just need to visit each website of the universities you're interested in and check their requirements. It's that way you can decide, oh, I meet the requirements for this course. So I can't really say. So you just need to check the website of the university that is providing, that's doing research education, to know what the requirements, and determine if you meet those requirements. Well, you asked if they are related. They are all, from what I'm saying here, from what you've written, they are all in the education field. So I think they are related. Okay, so please, I asked a question on the proof of work in leadership, but I think you addressed it when the network was bad. Could you do that again? Okay, so what I'm saying is, Gilbert, don't bother about how many pages of leadership experience and many pages of reference letter you need now, because the information you have is based on the previous application. About number of pages and all, it's based on the previous application. It might be updated or changed for the next application. So the best thing you can do is just to use those templates, the previous templates, to make drafts, practice and all. Don't start setting your mind on, I have to have 5 pages. The fact is, the scholarship will give you enough time to when they publish the next templates, to get them prepared and all. So okay, so it says, based on your work experience, is working while you study feasible? Okay, based on your experience, is working while you study feasible? Yeah, it's possible. I know friends who are working and studying. So the work is not so strenuous like that. It's part-time job. It might be job that you do in the nights or on weekends. It depends on what you want. It might be. So someone says 775 out of 999 in admission rating. How well do you stand the chance of getting admission? Well, you are talking about selection groups and selection ratings. And what I would say is, different universities have different selection ratings. And honestly, I don't know what each selection rating means. When I was applying also, I had the same issue. I saw different selection ratings. People having, you can see some universities say you have 255 out of 255. Some others will say you are a guaranteed place. Some others will say, all those different selection ratings. So I really don't know. I can't state that this is what they mean. And I don't think you should be worried about that. Selection results will be provided next week. So be patient. You see the outcome. There's really nothing you can do except that you just want to be worried. So just be patient. Okay. So someone says, does volunteering during my NYSC count, or it has to be the recent volunteering experience as part of the criteria for getting the scholarship? Please explain fully what makes one get elected for a scholarship. Does volunteering during my NYSC count, or it has to be recent? Well, volunteering during experience counts. Volunteering anytime counts. Okay. But if you can get the more recent one, the better. But volunteering experience during NYSC counts. Now, what makes you get the scholarship? You know what? What makes you get a scholarship? Let's go to the scholarship website, and they provided information about the basic requirements. The basic requirements. Alright? Now, make sure you fulfill all these basic requirements. And then, from my own experience, what I would say is, you are more likely to win a scholarship if your work experience is related to your intended master studies, and if your work experience is related to your intended master studies and your bachelor studies, and then you have good volunteering experience and then leadership experience. Those are very important. I mean, what I would say is leadership experience and volunteering experience are what set you apart from other candidates in the scholarship, because that is just the essence of the scholarship. They want to know not just that you're a professional in your field, that you're skilled in your field, you have skills in your field. They also want to know if you have the ability to lead changes, like lead initiatives to bring about development in your local society. So what they look out for your leadership and your volunteering experiences. Okay, so hey, I see Chike has joined us. Chike, it's good to have you. Okay. Someone says I should drop the link to check statistics, admission statistics. Okay, it's statistic.uhr.ac. Someone says, what are your aspirations for the coming years like? Would you continue your studies straight to PhD over there in Sweden? Well, PhD, I don't know. I mean, I'm currently working at the moment, so in Sweden, so I don't know if PhD is quite attractive to me at the moment. Alright. Someone says, considering how Nigerian universities behave, they may delay in sending one's transcript to the student institution. That was why I asked if you can send it in advance. Yeah, you can send it in advance. Well, what I did was, when I was applying, the application was to start in October. But by 2 weeks before that, 2 weeks before application started, I already went to my university and told them, please send my transcript to this address in Sweden. And so that's 2 weeks before application started. So that gave them enough lead time, at least by 1 month into the application, by November of that year, they had already received my transcript in Sweden. So maybe by September, you can inform your university, please send a transcript to this address. And, you can do that. But you can also contact the university admissions to ask if you can send your transcript now. I think it's possible to send your transcript now, but our advice, contact them, university admissions, to confirm if you can have your transcript sent now. Okay. Okay, someone says concerning the Someone says, concerning the selection list, will it be shown on the university admissions portal or it will be sent to us by email? It will be, just keep checking your account on university admissions. You will see it updated here. Whether you are conditionally admitted or not, you see it. Just keep checking your own profile, your own account on university admissions. All right. Okay, someone says, what do you mean when you say good volunteering experience? Do you mean they should be in line with your course or chosen program, or it should be something you really committed yourself to? When I say good volunteering experience, it doesn't have to be the volunteering experience. Now, note what I'm saying. The words, I'm choosing my words very carefully. The volunteering experience doesn't have to be related to your field. All right. Your work experience, our advice that you present your work experience that is related to your field, to your studies, master studies and all. But for volunteering experience, it doesn't have to be related to your field. The volunteering experience is just to show your involvement in your community, your involvement in your society. That you're not just someone that just sits on the chair and complains about issues in society, but you are someone that's active in societal development. So that's what volunteering is supposed to show. So it's when I say good volunteering experience, I mean you were actively involved. You were involved in maybe HIV, AIDS prevention campaigns, and you were involved. You organized campaigns. You sensitization campaigns. You're involved, actively involved, and then you can present. You have referees from those volunteering experiences that can serve as referees for you and say, yeah, this person was involved with this, and this is what they did. You did quality work while volunteering, not just sitting down and you did quality work. You engaged with people. You organized, campaigns. You did this and that. That's what I mean by good volunteering experience. Okay. Someone says, is there admission going on now? Nope. If you want to apply for a scholarship, the autumn admission round, which you are supposed to apply for, has closed. The next application, the next autumn master's application round starts in October. All right. So Okay, so this webinar will soon be, will soon end. Alright, so I'll just be answering few final questions now. Yes, you have to wait. Yeah, you have to wait for when the next set of templates and list of eligible master's programs for the scholarship release. Yeah, you have to wait. Okay. All right. So I think I don't think anyone has. I've not seen any more questions. So we'll be ending the session now. Live webinar will be ending now. So if you have any other questions, you can post it in the group, and I'm sure we have very helpful group members that will be able to contribute to it. All right. So thank you guys for joining me this month. The next edition of this webinar will be holding last Saturday of April. So I'll be looking forward to meeting you guys. So good luck, be safe out there, and make sure you know, um, you are there to all the safety precautions that officials have been releasing. So night, have a good night rest.